Hello, my friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com. Today I want to talk about how you must focus both on your words and the meditation of your heart. Many people focus on the words they say, so they're always trying to correct themselves, make sure the words they speak are perfect and positive, which is great, and you should do that. But they don't get control over the meditation of their hearts. They're constantly meditating and fretting and worrying and anxious about things they do not want and things contrary to the goodness of God. And there's an interesting prayer in Psalms chapter 19, verse 14 that says this: "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer." That's a powerful prayer. When you believe that in faith, that is a powerful, powerful prayer. Because it's easy to say the right things, the things that seem right, the things that other people will pat you on the back for being so positive and so upbeat and such a high vibrational person. But if you don't have the matching and the corresponding meditation of your heart that lines up with that positivity, it's just vain repetitions. It's just air passing through the ether, so to speak. And it won't get the results you want. When the scripture talks about decreeing a thing and seeing it be established unto you, that is something from the heart. It is something that flows freely from the meditation of your heart. Out of your lips, you speak it forth. It's not mere lip service. It's not mere words being spoken that have no faith behind them, no confidence behind them, no power behind them, no energy behind them. It is from the meditation of your heart. It wells up within you. You can't help but speak that positive word. You can't help but speak those positive, uplifting, high vibrational words. And you consequently get the good result. Then one of the obvious things, and I mentioned this so many times, but it still bears repeating, is that you have to watch what you're focused on. When you are allowing the news and the media and videos and movies and video games and music and all these things that are so often toxic to you, there may be some good mixed in with all the toxicity, but most of it is very toxic. Most of it is very negative. Most of it, even if it's good, there's a negative fear-based leaning. There's something to get you into fear, something to get you into negativity, something to get you into thinking the worst, wrapped up in that fear. It is like the clean, pure, perfect glass of water with one drop of poison in it. Well, the water's great, but there's this little tiny bit of poison that will kill you. And that's what's in most of that media today. Most of social media, whatever you want to name, that is what's in there. Magazines, newspapers, whatever, comics, it doesn't matter. Whatever your form of media that you tend to partake of, sports, there seems to be that underlying root of negativity, that poison, that toxicity that will drag you down. So you can be speaking all the right words, wanting to think the right thoughts, but you're allowing this toxicity into you and wondering why you're being poisoned, wondering why you're having this negative thought pop up all the time, wondering why you're getting into fear and anxiety. I've literally seen people who were good, positive, upbeat people who started partaking of the news, and next thing you know, they're afraid, they're into conspiracy theories, they're all kinds, all over the place. And whether the conspiracies are true or not doesn't even matter. They're just walking around in terrified, permanent fear. And their lives start going down, their health starts going away, their lives start going toward a negative path. You could literally see the toxicity taking over their lives and ruining it. And many people do this willingly every day to themselves. Every day they're poisoning themselves. Then they think that 5 minutes of affirmations or visualization is somehow going to override that. Override the other 95% of their waking hours spent in negativity. Spent in the focus on the things they don't want. You need to flip those numbers around. Negative thoughts may come up. That's all right. You can cast them out. You don't give them any place. You don't focus on them. And you just focus on the positive. But when you're willingly taking in that toxicity, taking in that negativity, what possible result can you expect? You can speak the right words, say the right affirmations. That's great, and those are things you absolutely have to do. But if you're allowing that toxicity in, you're focusing and meditating and ruminating on it, what else can you experience besides that toxicity? Because your words do not align with what you really believe. Your words do not align with what you really want. Because even though you may say you don't want those negative things, then why are you focused on them? There must be some root desire, some self-sabotage even, to get those negative things. Otherwise, you wouldn't focus on them. Why would you possibly want to focus on the things you don't want? Why would you possibly want to focus on the wars and this bad thing and that politician, all this negativity coming from the world? This group of people's bad, that group of people's bad. All these things, this negativity, this toxicity, why would you want to focus on that? That must be something that you want to experience. You know enough. You know that what you focus on is going to become what you experience in reality. You know that. And if you don't know that, I'm telling you that right now. That from your heart flow the issues of life. When you look around your life and you see shambles, you see misery, you see disaster, that has flowed from the heart. That has been the meditation of your heart. You focus on negativity. You focused on fear. You focus on anxiety. You've allowed all this negativity in. Listen, when you're watching that media and you're partaking of the media, sports, whatever it may be, all this different forms of media, social media and that stuff, you are programming your mind for negativity. This isn't just I'm saying programming as some sort of neat way of putting it. It's actually that. Your brain goes into a pattern that it is more receptive to that programming. It is more receptive. Why do you think television is called literally programming? Obviously, they say another reason for it, but if you really look at it, it is programming you constantly for fear. Whatever the entertainment that might be mixed in, whatever truth that might be mixed in, it's always got that little drop of toxic poison, that little drop of negativity, that little drop of fear to keep you rooted and grounded in negativity and experiencing negative things you don't want. So my friend, I want to encourage you. Let that prayer be your prayer. The prayer of Psalms 19 verse 14. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.